So, hi everyone. So, when you see my face, you know that we are going to discuss about the legs activity again. So, but for this time, I still don't know what topic should we discuss. I saw someone there. So, see who I see. Hey, FAHMI, how are you?
Yeah.
Hey, I remember last time I see you, you are eating Maggie, right?
Yeah.
So, but this time no Maggie.
Because I actually keep asking myself because at the last time you saw me eating Maggie,
Yeah.
you asked me about how about the cow ruminant eat excess of sawdust.
Yeah. I remember that.
Thinking about how about excess of urea?
Oh.
What happened to the cow actually? Urea.
Excess of urea. Hey,
So
sound interesting lah.
Can we discuss?
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah.
We go discuss now lah.
Right.
Okay.
So the cow ate 35 kilograms of feed grade urea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the topic we going to discuss
What
today.
exactly is urea? Well, okay, based on what I researched, urea is a crystalline chemical. You can find it in all mammals as a byproduct because it can be found in the urine that they synthesize. Urea we can also make it ourselves, synthesize it ourselves, so that it can be used in fertilizers and in feed for animals because it has a high nitrogen content, which is great for animals and plants.
Okay.
So urea is not good. I mean, it's not good if we have it in excess in our bodies. So we expel it in the form of urine and also through other parts of our body, but mostly in the urine. So urea is formed from the ammonia through the breakdown of proteins. So ammonia is considered a pretty harmful state. It's a chemical that's considered very harmful if kept in our bodies. That's why the protein breaks down so that the urea can be extracted from the ammonia, so that the ammonia is not ammonia anymore, because urea is like a less harmful state.
Oh, okay.
Compared to ammonia.
Yeah, so
Quite complex.
Yeah, but if in excess, then it's not good, which is why we urinate it out.
Yeah.
So the cow that consumed all this urea, we'll probably discuss what's going to happen to it. So anyway, the digestive system of a cow, well, a cow is a ruminant. So first of all, it will go through the mouth, then the esophagus, the rumen where most of the digestion will occur, the reticulum, omasum, agomesum, small intestine, cecum, and finally the large intestine. Most of the digestion occurs in the rumen.
Yeah. Most of the digestion occur in the rumen. So in here, the cattle which eat the urea already, it will convert the urea to protein through the production of ammonia and the carbon dioxide. So the nitrogen in the ruminant ration is derived from actually got two sources. The first one is natural plant and animal protein, and the second one is non-protein nitrogen. So the example for non-protein nitrogen such as urea or ammonia. Yes. So the non-protein nitrogen is used as an economic supplement for nitrogen in poor ruminant ration. Well, inside the ruminant, it got a ruminant microbiome which will convert the NPN, which non-protein nitrogen, to ammonia with an enzyme called urease. Yeah. So the ammonia would then combine with the ketone acid by the microbes to produce the amino acid, which is protein. So after that,
the urease, which is the enzyme, will continue to convert the urea to ammonia, even if there is no keto acid. The lack of keto acid. And then, if the rate of ammonia production or ingestion of ammonia exceeds the microbe's ability to utilize it to form amino acid, then a ruminant ammonia accumulation will occur.
So after that, ammonia that is absorbed from the rumen will enter the systemic circulation, which is detoxified by the liver by the urea cycle. You guys know, right, the urea cycle. Where
Okay.
not really. And the blood ammonia levels will increase, result by the overwhelming detoxification system.
Oh.
Okay. So for the just now they say more about the protein. So from the protein digestion, right? Then normally they have the two sources of the protein that are available for the ruminant to use. Then the first is the protein that come from the feed, like you feed the protein to the cow, and also the microbial protein that come from the microbes that inhibit its rumen. So the microbes is like a living creature. They also require the protein and energy to facilitate the growth and the reproduction. So during the digestive contraction, right, some of these microorganisms will wash off from the rumen to the abomasum, where they are digested like other proteins. So they will become a source of the protein to the animal.
Oh.
Just to ask you, the microbe contains protein. I mean, the microbe.
So microbe is one of the protein. Yeah.
Yeah, and then actually the crude protein, which is in all the meals, all the feed stuff, they'll be ingested by the cattle, and then it will be separated to two fractions, which is DIP and UIP. What is DIP?
Degradable.
DIY I know lah, DIP I don't know.
DIP is degradable intake protein, and UIP is undegradable intake protein, which is also named as rumen bypass protein. And the DIP, it can be broke down by the rumen microbes, which is broken down into ammonia, amino acids, peptides. Yeah, and then it will be used with the energy from the carbohydrate digestion, and it will be used for growth and reproduction.
Oh.
Yeah.
So.
The microbe will use it.
Yeah, they'll use it.
Oh. So what happened next?
So next is excess ammonia is absorbed by the rumen wall and converted into urea in the liver, where it returns in the blood to the saliva or is excreted by the body. Urea toxicity comes from overfeeding urea to ruminants. Ingested urea is immediately degraded to ammonia in the rumen. So next is
Next you want.
What
Yes.
happens after that is that when there is more ammonia than the energy available, there will be building of protein from nitrogen supplied by urea, because as ASHWINIE said that urea contains nitrogen. So, but in this case, there is excess urea. Therefore, there will be excess ammonia. So, ammonia is absorbed through the rumen wall inside the cattle. This will cause toxicity when ammonia is excess, because the liver is unable to detoxify too much urea. This can kill the animal. But however, if with sufficient energy, microbes can use ammonia and amino acids to grow and reproduce. The rumen does not degrade the undegradable intake protein component of feedstuffs. The undegradable intake protein bypasses rumen and make its way to the omasum and to further to the abomasum. While in abomasum, ruminant uses this undegradable intake protein along with microorganisms and wash out of the rumen as protein source. Protein as nutrient in ruminant diets is discussed in the Mississippi State University Extension Service publication 2499. The most common non-protein nitrogen.
The most okay. So what you say? The most common non-nitrogen source.
Is used in ruminant feeding.
Okay. So the most common NPN source, right? So can I add that actually
what is NPN?
non-protein nitrogen.
Non-protein nitrogen.
Like
Alright.
urea. Urea is not protein, but it contains nitrogen.
So can I continue that many other products have been used experimentally and commercially, but most of them do not compare favorably to urea. Actually, because of greater toxicity, higher cost or lower palatability ammoniated products, many low protein feeds and byproducts of the milling industry have been ammoniated and fed as source of nitrogen for milling. So I think the products actually, because we are lack of soil to farm to plants, right?
Yeah.
So there is actually have from milling factory we get the woods,
all the byproduct.
all the byproduct. So
I think the example that I can think of is from here is ammoniated molasses. Okay, sorry. The molasses, you know, all the like honey. When we do the silage part, we also put it inside the silage. So then another one is the ammoniated condensed distiller molasses again, but it's different type of molasses. Molasses soluble. So for ammoniated citrus pulp, pulp. How you call that? Pulp. Okay, sorry. And one more is ammoniated beef pulp and ammoniated sulfuric residue. Okay, this some example, but not really know what it is.
actually all the product actually all is ammoniated, right?
Yeah.
The byproduct or the product? The byproduct.
I think the byproduct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So actually, this product generally have been found to be less satisfactory than the urea protein substitute. So in some instances, they have been more toxic and less palatable. Sorry. Okay. So they are more toxic and less palatable than the urea. So they actually cannot be stored for a greater length of time, and especially under the moist condition, because much of the ammonia will be lost as a gas. So the ammonia salt, which actually I think got two types, right?
Yes. So I will talk about ammonium salt. There are two types, DAP and AP. DAP stands for diammonium phosphate, and MAP is for monoammonium phosphate. So basically, I will talk about diammonium phosphate. Based on Oklahoma Agriculture Experiment Station, indicate that DAP which is diammonium phosphate, is a good source for phosphorus, but not as good as nitrogen, because the nitrogen are not as good as urea, because the nitrogen contained in DAP cannot retain by the sheep as well as the urea urea supply. The nitrogen.
The one in urea.
Because urea have nitrogen, but it cannot supply. It's mean that DAP cannot supply as much as urea can supply nitrogen.
Okay.
Then DAP also less palatable than urea, because ammonia will lose when the feed that is consumed by the sheep become in contact with H2O or saliva when the sheep chewing it.
Okay.
I asked that this experiment that conducted from Oklahoma Agriculture Experiment, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't they use the cattle actually? Because we discussed about ruminant, right?
Because they have sheep. But I mean,
Logic.
Ruminants, so the digestive system should be similar. I think.
Even the sheep are
More
Easier to
handle, and they can get large amounts since they're smaller, take up less space.
Count
so,
also.
okay, so I will discuss about the second ammonium salt, which is MAP. That stands for monoammonium phosphate. This ammonium, it is more stable, more palatable than DAP, and it is also a good source of both nitrogen and phosphorus. And about urea, we all know that it is a simple compound that contains nitrogen, about 46.7% nitrogen, and it is found in many plants, and it is the end product of protein metabolism in mammals. But for the urea production in animals' body, it will return to the digestive tract in the saliva, and the excess urea will pass off as a waste. And additional info: 1 pound of pure urea contains as much as 2.92 pound of protein, which is equivalent of 292%. And another ingredients in the feed grade of urea is koali, wheat middlings, and rice hulls. Yeah.
So which one is good, urea or MAP?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next is the frequency of feeding urea. I think this is ways to provide a suitable amount, I think. Then the step is first is frequency of feeding urea. A constant or continuous intake of urea will improve its utilization over the crop. Second is level of urea fed. Low level of urea are utilized more efficiently compared to high level. It also causes less problems compared to high level. Third is thorough mixing of urea containing supplements into the daily feed. If urea containing supplement are mixed with the entire daily ration, the intake of urea at any one time likely will not be great, and the ability for the microbes to synthesize will not be exceeded.
So I will continue. Adequate supply of phosphorus, sulfur, and trace minerals. Substitution of urea for natural protein sharply change the quality and quantity of the elements available for ruminant bacteria and cattle. Although needed only in small quantities, these elements are necessary building blocks for microbial protein synthesis. Feeding dehydrated alfalfa meal, which is high in trace minerals and sulfurs, aid urea utilization. These often are found in many urea containing supplements.
So actually the best feeding is the high urea or the low urea? Low urea. So we should add to the feed actually, or is automatically have to the feed the urea?
I think mix.
Mix.
Yeah,
Mix.
mix is better.
Alright.
But somehow high level urea can cause
It can,
disease to the
yeah,
right?
cause
Yeah.
disease.
Some of the disease is like ammonia toxicity,
Yeah.
which can cause symptoms such as agitated. It can be aggressive. The cattle will be very irritable. Yeah. And then
Like Naomi.
they have what? Okay. And then the signs of poisoning is like they tend to twitch their ear a lot, and their facial muscle they tend to twitch. Like the guard.
Oh.
And then
Vibrating?
yeah, it's like
Vibration.
you sometimes get the feel like something's like your
Yeah.
eyes like twitching.
Yeah.
Something like that, but it's more uncontrollable. Yeah. And then teeth grinding, and then there'll be like a lot of salivation around the mouth, bloating, abdominal pain, stomach ache, and they urinate a lot, and their rapid breathing, and they stagger. They tend to stagger like they have the tendency to fall down. That's what some of the symptoms.
So for the treatment for the ruminant or the cow that cattle that got this disease, like they will have a stomach tube will be passed to remove into the broth and then used to drench the animal with large volume of the water, and the suggestion is 45 liters for an adult cow, and then followed by 2 to 6 liters or 5% of acidic or vinegar inside the rumen.
Yeah.
So this will dilute the rumen content by reduce the rumen temperature and also increase the rumen acidity, which all help to slow down the production of the ammonia, and this is convert most of the ammonia into the nitrogen form. So, but this treatment may need to be repeated within 24 hours as relapses can occur. Like it can be occur again if it does not dilute within 24 hours.
Oh, so that's the treatment for bloating, right? For other symptoms like you say that saliva pouring from their mouth, how do we treat?
Actually, that one I think is all the symptoms show that it's the ammonia toxicity. It shows that the cattle got this disease. So the treatment actually the treatment I think the common treatment and because scientifically there is no treatment for this one. This is just like to slow them down actually. So to can by slowing them down maybe can just indirectly you see how the condition of the cow lah. If the cow the immune system good, so maybe it can recover back.
I also read that not just the cow get ammonia toxicity, they will all ammonia level will also affect the milk production, which is it will become low because excess ammonia is converted to urea in liver to detoxify excess ammonia, and metabolic costs associated with absorption of ammonia require energy, and this is usually called urea cost because it uses a lot of energy, and it is used to energy is used to excrete excess ammonia from high protein diet. So in turn, this energy is not available for milk production because it is used to eliminate urea instead. So that's why the cow will be less productive and produce less milk. And also this milk will affect reproductive efficiency, embryo survivability, and immune function. That is so what I like.
Proper treatment to this cow is not only good as in for animal welfare, but it's also good for the farmer because when they have this disease, they are less productive because they produce less milk, right?
Yes, less milk.
So they will actually the last disease, the low milk productions actually affect the fetus, right? The baby in the cow, right? Because she said
the
that
embryo survivability is low.
Okay.
There's got urea inside the milk there, so it's not good lah actually.
Right. So everybody clear about this? What? The ruminant, right? The urea. When ruminant consume an excess of urea.
Too much urea.
So I think that's all.
Yeah,
For
that's all for
With
today.
our conclusion, so this cow that ate 35 kilogram of urea is probably going to get one of these diseases.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys.